Okay, so let's look at another Lambda expression. This one is a lengthier block of code, but still it's the same thing. Oh, we have parameters in this one too. Now I'm not done, and that's why I have these compiler errors. But just getting the structure down of the Lambda expression, this is going to mimic a vending machine. Okay, so think about the way a vending machine works in real life. You put money in, and you put your selection code in. Those are the two parameters that you put into the machine. Okay, and then what does the machine do? It makes a decision on what you wanted, and then it returns that thing that you wanted. So this is obviously a very limited options vending machine. If I put in $2.50, for example, and the code is A1, then I'm going to get a juice box. Or else, if the code was A2 and I put in $3, then I'm going to get, I believe that's a chocolate bar. Okay, so yeah, so this is a Lambda expression. The reason I'm getting compiler errors, I'm not done. And basically, you don't see it, like the compiler doesn't know what data type this is because I didn't specify. I just said there's going to be a parameter named money, a parameter named code, and there are no data types here. Okay, so as we know, Lambda expressions can't just execute by themselves. It's almost like you need a middleman or an agent to execute the Lambda expression. And we use what is called, and I mentioned this in the last video, it's a functional interface. Functional interface. Okay, and a functional interface is an interface with just one abstract method. So I'm going to add my functional interface here. I'm doing a homemade one. In the last example, in our first example, I used one of the functional interfaces from the Java class library. I could do that here too, but I want to do a homemade one and just kind of show you how these work behind the scenes. So this is it. Just one simple abstract method. Okay, I'm calling it vend because that's what vending machines do. They vend snacks, right? Snacks and drinks. And here's where I'm naming my my parameters and giving them data types. Okay, so it's a double coming through for the money and the string for the selection code. So that's going to go a long way in quieting those errors. I know it hasn't done that yet, but okay, so that is the functional interface that I'm going to use to deploy this Lambda expression. Now, I'm not done here. I have to do vending machine. So I'm creating a variable of type vending machine, my functional interface. I'm going to call it VM, okay, equals, here we go. Okay, oh, and look, it filled that in for, well, no, that's not actual code. So yeah, so now I'm just about home free. Let me execute this then. You know, I can execute it however I want. If I did something like this, okay, and I just threw so this is going to return a value. So for example, I'm doing A2 and $3 here, and that'll be the chocolate bar. So I'm calling the vend method. That was my method in the functional interface. I pass the method what it needs, and it returns what I asked for. So let me run that. Okay, you see the chocolate bar was returned.